The world had been scoured clean, of cities, of forests, of oceans, and the quiet hum of civilization. All that remained was dust, thick, choking, electric with poison. They called it the Red Veil. It crawled across the earth like a slow, living tide, sweeping away everything not buried deep or shielded well. And through that endless, rust-hued storm walked the nomads, Dustwalkers. Caro adjusted the straps on her respirator and peered through cracked goggles. The storm hadn't eased in days, and her batteries were bleeding power faster than expected. The sand, fine as flour and sharp as razors, got into everything. Her boots, her joints, her thoughts. Beside her, a hunched figure trudged forward, wrapped in layers of synth cloth patched over a dozen times. That was Juno, older, silent, a survivor of the collapse. Some said she had walked from the Iron Ranges to the Ash Flats and lived to tell about it. Others said she was a ghost. Caro didn't ask. They traveled by night, or what passed for it in a world where the sky was forever orange-red, churning like infected lungs. During the daylight hours, solar flares often intensified the storms. But at night, the static died down, just enough for the old world's maps to glow again in Caro's palm.
Signals shifting.
Again?
Third time in as many days.
The clean zones were said to be lies, fairy tales told to keep the desperate moving. But Caro had found fragments, shattered satellites, buried bunkers, drone logs. The clean zones existed once, maybe still did. Inside, Caro activated her drone, Ibis. It flickered weakly, struggling against the interference, but eventually buzzed into life. She watched its shaky telemetry. Southeast, another pulse. Stronger this time.
There, coordinates match the Sierra fragment. Just a few clicks more.
Juno didn't speak. Instead, she extended a gloved hand and placed something into Caro's palm. A small metal badge etched with an old emblem. A tree blooming from cracked earth.
Found that once, near where the pulses stop. Clean zone markers, they called them.
By the third day, the storm hit its peak. Visibility dropped to nothing. Caro and Juno tethered themselves together and moved like shadows through a red world. Their suits whined under the constant assault. Finally, the storm broke. Just enough to reveal a shape ahead. Angular, deliberate. They reached it just as Caro's oxygen warning blinked red. A door. Metal. Sealed tight. But not dead. Inside, clean air. Trees, real ones, filtered through hydroponic light. A dome glittering with clarity. A sky that wasn't red but blue. Faint, but undeniable. Juno let out a sound Caro hadn't heard before. A rough laugh, like gravel sliding off steel. They had found it. A clean zone. Later, others would come. Signals would be sent. Maps would be redrawn. But the dust would remain, waiting. Because for every clean zone, there were 1,000 lies, 1,000 broken husks. And only the Dustwalkers would ever find the truth, one storm at a time.